Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well today. If you have not seen me before, my name is Sydney and welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, I hope you guys had an amazing week, an amazing weekend. This past weekend, I went on a fall retreat with a bunch of friends from my church, which it was incredible. And I know I said that I was going to vlog it. I did not. Honestly, I was just like being in the moment. I was enjoying my time there. It was incredible. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time. Like, I enjoyed it. It was like one of the best church trips I had ever been on, and everything about it was incredible. The speakers, the worship was amazing. I got to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of new friends, and like reconnect with people from my church that I haven't really gotten the chance to talk to yet this past weekend. So it was amazing. It was incredible. I had a wonderful time. For today's video, I want to talk about things that nobody tells you post-college graduation, specifically college, because when you're leaving high school, going into college, like that's a much different transition. This is like specifically about like when you are done with school, things nobody tells you post-graduation. I mean, maybe this can apply to you if you're right out of high school and you never went to college, but yeah. Getting out of college or getting out of school, going into the workforce, things that nobody tells you what life is like. I just thought it'd be a really interesting topic and I wanted to share my thoughts on that with you guys today. So before we get into this video, please make sure that you give this video a like. Also, please make sure that you subscribe here to my YouTube channel, Sydney D. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first thing is that when I was graduating college, I had fed this lie to myself that I was not gonna make friends, I was not gonna meet new people, and I was just gonna have a miserable time. When like, that's a complete lie. I had met so many new people from my church that I had just never met before, and I had reconnected with people that I had maybe like not talked to in years, and I had just made so many new friends that I had never thought that I would make, and it's honestly been such a blessing. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that you can still meet people when college is over, whether that is like through your job, through going to activities, or maybe like getting involved in your local church, but like just different things like that. Like you are still going to meet people, like meeting people and making connections with people, especially people your age, is never going to stop. That's not something that like ends when you're in college, which is something that I had thought, and I'm glad that I was wrong. Believe it or not, it is much easier to manage your schedule, in my opinion, when you are out of college. I just felt like I had all these time constraints when I was in school because I like had to be at a certain place at a certain time. So honestly, like you're gonna have a lot more freedom to do a lot of things that you want. I'll elaborate more on that in a little bit. Your friendships are going to change. So what I mean by this is like your friendship circles are going to change, and like honestly that's just like an ever-evolving thing in life, that you are going to meet new people, you're always going to have new friendships, like your circles are going to change, the people that you talk to are going to change, but like there's like a drastic difference when you graduate college and you're going to this brand new stage in life. And obviously like people do talk about that. I don't know if it's talked about enough, and I just don't know if people prepare you for that enough. And you may be reconnecting with old people that you had never thought you were going to reconnect with. You can make a lot of brand new friendships that you may never have thought that you were going to make. There are some people that are going to move on from you, and it is very hard to say, but there are some people that like when you're in college, you're probably never going to talk to them again. And that is a very hard thing to grasp onto, but I just kind of like mentally prepared myself for that, if that makes sense. But I was just like, not really upset by it. But there are just some people that you will never talk to again. Like you will think that people are your absolute best friend, or like you thought you were close, and then the week after you graduate, boom, you're off of their social media. It does happen, but it's okay. Like you will move past it, because even though you may lose some friendships, you could gain a lot more. Everybody has a purpose for where they're going to go after college. I had learned this a lot this past weekend, and it was one of the messages that I learned when I went away on my retreat, is that like people are called to go everywhere. Some people are called to go to another side of the globe. Some people are called to go to a city that they had never even been to before, and some people are called back to their hometown. And there is like purpose, and there is a very, very good reason for that. So there's reason behind it, and just because it may not be something that you would expect doesn't mean that it is something bad. There can be good purpose for going where you're going to go, no matter where it may be, and I don't think a lot of people talk about that. And going along with that, it can be very easy to compare yourself to other people in your life. And I think when you leave college, like, this is a specific stage that, like, you're gonna start comparing yourself to everybody, because I think I didn't really notice this a lot, like, while I was in college, because I felt like a lot of people that were my age were on a very similar track in life. But like, now that I am in the age group that I'm in, I feel like I am constantly comparing myself to people, whether it is like people are like in a relationship, or they are getting engaged, or they're like in a certain phase in their life, and here I am, like, I'm just starting out in the job search. So it's going to be very easy to just like compare yourself to people, but I would just like keep in mind to just like pray a lot about it, and honestly just move forward, and just know that like where you are, you're in your life season for a reason, and you're there for a specific purpose. It's not like a race against somebody else. So this is a really great thing, and I was talking a little bit about this before. You're gonna have so much more freedom to do things. Me personally, like, I value the weekends so much more, because I felt like I always was doing some kind of project or work or homework on the weekends while I was in college, and I value my weekends now so much more. Like, it's so much more fun for me to go out and like do something. And something that like is new for me personally that I've like literally never been able to do before is just go out and do something on the weeknights. Like, on the weeknights, I normally just like go to work and I come home and I like make dinner, or I am doing work or anything like that. But I now feel like I have the freedom to go and do whatever I want. Like, if I want to go see a movie in the middle of a weeknight, like, I literally feel like I have the freedom to be able to do that now. Or if I want to go shopping, and like I would always get my shopping done like on the weekends, or grocery shopping, or any kind of shopping or anything like that. But now I feel like I have the luxury to be able to do that during the week, which is like such a blessing. Like, I've never been able to do that, and like nobody really talks about that. You have so much more freedom to do things. You don't have to feel like you have to do everything on the weekend. I know I felt like that, but I'm glad I don't feel like that anymore. So another thing that I feel like people don't really talk about is that like you could still do big things no matter where you are, even if it feels like you have nothing going for you, or maybe you're in the same season or the same stage in your life that you were last year. Never too late to start accomplishing something that you have always wanted to do. And I'm a strong believer in that you can still have big things going for you, and that things in your life can literally change at any moment. Like, your goals can happen literally in a year from now, and like where your life is going to look like literally 6 months from where you were, it can be completely different, and your life can completely change. While your life may not look like you have anything going for you right now, or maybe you might feel like that, that doesn't necessarily mean that things aren't going to be different 6, 5, 4, even 3 months down the road from where you are right now. And then the last thing that I think is really important, FOMO is going to happen a lot. You're really gonna have the fear of missing out happening a lot, and I have learned to really ignore that. And honestly, you just have to kind of do what you feel like is best for yourself. FOMO might happen a lot where you may be busy working. Don't ever feel like you have to go and hang out every single opportunity that you get, because that's just simply not true. You can do literally anything whenever you want. Just because you can't make it to a certain event doesn't mean that you're missing out or you're having a bad time. And honestly, just don't let the fear of missing out get to you, because there's peace knowing that where you are is exactly where you need to be at. And if it wasn't, God would direct you in that specific direction. So guys, that is it. That is all that I have for today's YouTube video. If you have not yet, please make sure that you give this video a like. Also, please make sure that you subscribe here to my YouTube channel, Sydney D, and let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos that you guys want to see from me in the future. I absolutely love making YouTube videos, and I want to make sure that I'm making YouTube videos that you guys enjoy. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.